Growing up, I always felt like I didn't belong. I always felt like I wanted friends and I wanted to be accepted. And this caused me to, I'm an only child. My parents divorced when I was 3. They had a lovely relationship still. Welcome to the vlog. Make sure you hit like. I guess there's no real perfect way to start off the video and the vlog, but welcome. Hope you guys are having a great day. Do leave a like and comment what you would like to see going forwards. Engagement is huge on YouTube. But I just wanted to update you guys. It's 2 a.m. September 27th right now. We just launched the sale yesterday. And today the emails went out to tens of thousands of you, which is great. And right now I just finished recording. So me and Benny Productions, I should backtrack a bit. Me and Benny Productions. Actually, I'm going to backtrack even more. Do you remember this video?
Himself being cornered by the 2 Jedi Masters.
What if Order 66 failed? It's like 8 million views. 5 years ago? So Benny Productions created that, and him and I have just relinked, and he's working with me again, and I'm very excited about it because we're going to go through my library of fan fictions. We're doing What If Darth Vader Never Burned right now. It looks fantastic. Actually, I'll give you guys a little sneak peek of what it looks like. No one's actually seen this, but because I love you guys. So already we've like improved a ton. Oh, he's improved a ton. Look at this.
Anakin lost to Obi-Wan out of arrogance and impatience.
Bro!
This resulted in his lost limbs from the high ground and then being caught on fire by the emanating lava heat to his tattered clothing.
Yo, it looks so good. But yeah, anyway, so we're working on that. I picked up the iPhone Air today just for videos, like to record, because I also got the Pro Max to like swap with my other phone, like because I had a Pro Max before, but it's not in yet. So I'm just using the iPhone Air right now, so it looks a little more clear. It's because I'm on the iPhone Air. But my impressions of it right off the bat, I thought the cool factor was that it's thin, and it is, but it's too thin. I don't know, for like my hands, I feel like it's just too thin. This is my Pro Max. I feel like my hand, it's like the perfect size. But the Air is it's a little too thin for me, but it's fine. It's good for filming, it's light, and whatever. So we'll wait for the orange Pro Max. It's gonna look sick, and it's got a great camera as well. So there's that. Other than that, we also launched the plushies. So for those of you who wanted the plushies, those are now available on theorysavers.com. I ran a big order today on new hats as well. So we have some really cool designs that I'm excited about, and essentially just finalizing a lot of the promo stuff for the Nick Gillard saber, which we're going to be launching with Nick Gillard in a month's time at San Antonio SpaceCon. So that's also a lot of work there. We're also getting ready our new site, so there's a ton going on there behind the scenes, and that's it, really just recording videos. So I'm going to get back to that. I might go in the sauna in an hour, or maybe 45 minutes. I don't like to go into the sauna too close to sleeping time because then I just find I'm dehydrated when I wake up. I like to get a good amount of water in, before I sleep, at least a couple hours. And yeah, just gonna continue working, recording videos. My goal is still to do 2 lore videos a day, and I want to create like a big bank of videos. So if I miss a day or something, it's not the end of the world. But that's what I'm working on right now. So gonna get back to it. Check in with you later. All right, just finished getting protein. So that is a place I used to work for most of my life, like through college, pretty much right out of high school. I worked at GNC. That was a shit show. Now I know the ins and outs of GNC. It's fucking trash. And then I worked at Popeyes for like a good 5 years plus at like so many different locations. And so now I grabbed some stuff and I'm gonna go over it with you. So, by the way, how are you guys liking the beard? I feel like it like really ages my ass because you can start seeing the grays now. Holy fuck. Whatever, man. Fuck it. All right, so I got a big ass creatine, okay? It's just regular creatine monohydrate, nothing crazy. I've been experimenting with having 10 plus grams of creatine a day. Usually I would do like 2.5 to 5. I don't know if it's a, look, I feel mentally, I feel so oiled up, greased up, like just smooth, fast, sharper. And I'm not sleeping more or anything. In fact, I'm sleeping much less. So I find creatine, there's a lot of studies behind creatine, having done a ton for cognition. And it definitely, I'm seeing a difference for sure. So I got creatine monohydrate. I got another diesel protein. Again, not sponsored. I pay for all this shit. My boy Mark is one of my best friends. He used to be my boss. And yeah, I pay for my shit, dude. There's no sponsorship, nothing. So I've tried every supplement known to me. Dude, when 1MR came out, I was like selling that. Like I was trying that. So I've worked in the supplement industry for like in its heydays, in its freaking, you know, peak times when pre-workout was becoming a thing and it was getting crazy and all that stuff. So now I'll teach you guys a little trick. What you want to look for with protein to know you're not getting scammed. First of all, you want to look at the ingredients list. Okay. One thing that sticks out to me the most is the gum that they use. This is a gum that essentially binds the protein and makes it makes it a little more thick when you mix it with water or whatever. Usually companies use xanthan gum. I find that's harder on the gut. Cellulose gum, it's more of like a fiber. It doesn't irritate my gut at all. Xanthan gum, I find I'm like a little more bloated. I don't digest it as well. Cellulose gum, no problem, no gas, nothing. It's just straight. It's like having a chicken breast, really. And the ingredients, you can see there's only a few. It's New Zealand whey protein isolate, cocoa, natural flavors, which natural flavors, you don't want that because it's not actually natural. You can apparently just say natural flavors and it's going to be like artificial shit. It's not really natural, but it's a blend. Whatever, you know. Stevia extract. You don't want sucralose. Sucralose is shit. Sucralose is essentially Splenda, artificial garbage sweetener. I don't put that shit in my body. Stevia extract, it comes from a fucking leaf. It comes from a tree. So it's just a sweet leaf. That's all it is. So it makes the food taste sweet. It's a little bit of a more natural alternative. Then what else you want to look at is per scoop. So this we have a 30-gram scoop. And then we're going to, protein is 26 grams. So there's a 4-gram disparaging difference there. What is in that 4 grams? It's going to be all the other shit in the ingredients, which is the filler. So the cocoa, the natural flavors, and cellulose gum and stevia extract. That's going to be the 4 Gs right there. Now, besides that, you want to look at the sodium. You want to look at all the other stuff, you know, the fat, carbs. You know, this has 0 and 0 for fat and carbs. Potassium is 150 milligrams. But all in all, it's a pretty clean protein. New Zealand whey is more or less better than any other type of whey. They just have, I feel like, better standards. Their cows are taken care of better. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So that is a little lesson of supplements for the day. All right, let's go ahead and try this. So when I was a kid, I'll just tell you guys a little funny story. Nice story. When I was a kid, my dad put me into kickboxing when I was about 3 years old, 3.5. I got pretty good at it until I was about like 14, something like that is when I stopped. Something like, or like 11. And every Wednesday, I think it was, every time after practice, I think I had it like several times a week, but it was once a week every time. We would go to Baskin Robbins. After every practice, my dad would take me and we would have a chocolate chip mint shake. And shit makes me emotional. Oh, it just kind of smells like that. So I'm gonna try and replicate that, but in a healthy way, without all the added sugar and bullshit. So first thing we're gonna add is a good amount of ice. We're gonna take our diesel chocolate mint, 26 grams of protein. We're gonna do 2 scoops, because I'm a big boy. Well, I'm trying to get to be a big boy. So let's do 2 scoops of protein, which is gonna be 26 times 2, which is 52. Smell the mint, dude. I know like whenever I would go to Baskin Robbins and I would get this, I love mint and I love green, and so those two things together really hit for me. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna open our new creatine. Honestly, now I'm taking creatine not for like physical benefits, but mainly mental. Like I feel much more intelligent. I feel like it's helping my brain fire a lot better, especially with shitty sleep. Which, imagine if I like actually get my sleep right, lower my stress, fix my circadian rhythm, and take creatine, dude, I'll be freaking unstoppable. Unstoppable. All right, we're gonna do 10 grams, and I already had I think 3.5 today in that water I was sipping, which was in here. I just ran out, so leftover shit I had myoprine. I don't know what the fuck this is, but essentially it's just like creatine with a bunch of other stuff, like vitamin D3, adenosine. By the way, if you ever have vitamin D3, which you should, you must have vitamin K2 with it to help with the absorption. Otherwise, you're gonna fuck yourself up. Now, I think I should put in cacao because that's gonna give it that real chocolatey sort of flavor. I like bitter a little bit, so I'm all for it. Throw in some. Damn, I didn't know there's ribose in here. That's cool. D-ribose is essentially helps with ATP, which stands for adenosine triphosphate, which is intramuscular. It's the energy in your cells, basically. So let's see what that does. A little bit of NMN. I don't want to load it up with really anything else because it's gonna fuck with the flavor. But we'll do 1 banana. These are like perfectly ripe for me. These like perfect. It could be a little more green even, to be honest. But this is like, oh no. This is like the level I like it at. Every time I use cacao, I end up just fucking. Now I'm gonna mix this up a bit so that when I add water, it's gonna be a little bit. I should get a bigger one, but fuck it. That's crazy. It tastes pretty good. That mint really brings it out, and the cacao. Oh yeah. Not bad for 52 grams of protein. All right, I'll take it. See that shit? Yeah, when it comes to milkshakes, cheap college homemade food, and steaks, I'm fucking good at that. All right, now I'm gonna finish this up. I cleaned the downstairs area, so I'm gonna show you that actually. So this is the basement. This is where the bed was. This is like a spare bed. Sometimes I'd fall asleep there watching movies, but I don't really spend much time here as much as I'd like to. But I cleaned it up. I moved the bed down there. And then also, that's where my mom will sleep if I'm traveling. So she'll take care of the dogs. And then, yeah, so this is the infamous downstairs room, bro. Yeah, great. Adding some helmets there. Back in the garage, and I am going over where I'm gonna put this giant ass thing. So this thing is leaving this week, and I figured the best move is to actually have this thing, which actually it's gonna be like more like this. Yeah, I'll show you. Okay, like that. So I'm gonna put it right in the middle. Fuck it, I don't have a nice car yet. And I don't really give a fuck to sacrifice space for like a year or 2 years in my garage just to make room for something that may or may not fucking happen, you know? And I don't, I'll build another garage outside if really it comes to that. So for me, I think this is the play. I'm gonna put it right here in the middle. I'm gonna take the deadlift platform. I'm gonna move it over there to that wall, stick it there. That way I have this area to put a whole bunch of shit like log press, bars, whatever it might be. I can move the dumbbell rack over to here, or I can move it over there. So let me know once that's gone. It's gonna be easier to really visualize this stuff once this hoist machine is gone, and then we can properly figure things out. But I think that's the play, man. All right, chat, it's 1:33 in the morning. I don't know if you can see. Fuck it. About to hit my favorite bagel spot. It's open 24/7. I've gotten a stream with you here once before. We were in the Lambo, which was like probably 2 years ago or something, but no Lambo anymore. Let's get some bagels. I gotta ask you guys, are these vlogs and videos still fun for you? My life's pretty routine, and I know that for someone like me who has so many aspirations and so many dreams and so many goals, I have to lock in. I have to stay very routine, and that's kind of how my life has been for the most part for 9 years or so. I feel like there's a real calmness and stillness in learning to be comfortable to be on your own. It's truly an important thing. get some cheesecake.
All right, bro. We here, baby. We got some beautiful cheesecake. I love this place. This place only has cheesecake and nothing else. So let's go ahead and enjoy this. I haven't been here in freaking months, man. I got green tea. Now, usually I wouldn't want to have this tea bag because it's plastic, and there's so many plastics that freaking go inside. Yeah, look at that. Fucking plastic, dude. You know what? Fuck it. Just gonna do hot water. Fuck it, dude. I can have green tea at home. Loose leaf. Alright. Check it out, bro. Check it out. It's homemade too. It's perfect. It's got the perfect level of creamy, a little bit of sugar. It's not overly sweet. It's a little bit sour. That's why I get the raspberry, because the raspberry complements the sweetness. It makes it a little bit sour. Oh, wait. Forgot to make it romantic. There you go. Now we're on a date. I think the most I ever had of these in one shot was 5. 5 in one sitting. And I could have gone for a 6. Shout out to the Vancouver vlog when Fan Expo was here. It's crazy how this place is like, it's literally called Cheesecake, and it's all they sell. I don't think there's anything else on the menu. It's just different cheesecakes. And they're open every day until like 1 in the morning. It's perfect. And they've been around for like 30 years. Or more. Oh shit. Now we got the mood going, baby. So what are we gonna talk about? A lot of you guys say you love the vlogs. I like making the vlogs, but I often wonder, does it ever get boring? We're kind of just doing the same shit, no? I mean, this is my life, right? But for me, it's business as usual. I'm a routine guy. I don't need to be going out to the club. I don't need to be a bar star. I'm happy at home, watch my movies, make my videos. Bro, the lore videos, the latest one got 3,000 views. Dude, this vlog channel does more than the freaking lore, than the main channel. It's insane. But then if I upload a video about, I don't fucking know. Yeah, sure, Kathleen, but like anything else other than lore, it gets minimum 30K, which is still shit, but you know, it's not terrible. Like 3,000 views, dude. That's not even 0.1% of my subscriber base. I swear, it must be some weird like. There's just no way. There's just no way. Because I'll upload a video right after that. That'll be like something, a different topic, like a news, like me talking about an article. Easy 50K views. So it makes absolutely no freaking sense. It's like the algorithm has completely shifted. Really bizarre. Really disheartening. Makes me kind of wonder, like, should I just release lore videos for join members? Let me know, because then it's like, at least, you know, people are getting more for their membership. Damn, bro, I swear I could go for another 3. I'm gonna cap it there. I totally forgot that the tea that they have here is this freaking plastic shit. So bad. Thing is, I used to drink a ton of that in college too, in the little Tim Hortons cups, and now I'm just aware. So, I can't do it. Thank you very much. All right, well, I guess we're done. That was enjoyable. Let's go. All right, man. We are downtown. I don't know, should we go walk around? Why not, dude? Why not? If you want to go to the club part of downtown, it's going to be over this little bridge that way. You know, we could, but honestly, I just don't really care. I don't really care about clubbing. I don't care about going out. I did it in my 20s, and you just grow out of it. You're like, honestly, what is the point? Like, okay, yeah, you can meet people. Let's say you want to meet girls, whatever. But I don't know. I just don't care, you know? And more often than not, the people that are in clubs, they're not, I feel like most people that are in clubs are just not healed, you know? Like they're looking for something. They're looking for something, and it's just a different vibe. It's just an energy I don't really want to partake in, and a place I don't really want to be in. And I was in there enough in my 20s, and I feel like, you know, I got my use out of it, and it's always kind of the same shit. Get drunk, haha, fun, blah, and wake up the next day, you're like, oh, that was kind of fucking stupid. Or you're just like, oh, you remember when he did this? Ah. And then that's it. It's like, it's kind of reminds me of that Dr. Evil moment. It's like, and that's how you want to live your life? Push the button. Look at the moon, dude. But also, I'm a different cat, right? I'm a real, true, well, I don't know about true, but I'm very introverted. I like my own space. I like my own comfort, you know. I like being alone. I like traveling alone. I like my energy, man. Should we walk down there? Yeah, I've always been that way. It doesn't mean I can't be in crowds and stuff like that. Obviously, clearly I can. But it's usually whenever I'm around people that are like-minded or people that I vibe with or connect with, then I feel very comfortable, right? And that's like conventions and stuff like that. But when it's, like party places or things like that, I'm more so just quiet. I don't really, and I really don't like the idea of like, just you have to shout over the loud music and shit. Oh my God, dude. Fuck. I'd rather just go bowling. Whatever, man. If that makes me boring, fuck it. I'd rather just go train and get cheesecake. And talk to a camera. Look, a park. Ugh, spiderweb. Fuck you. Fuck you. Look, a park. It is October. It is kind of getting spooky out a little bit. Maybe we'll see something. I don't know. So I see a lot of you guys saying that like the vlogs and stuff are, ooh. It's finally happened, dude. I haven't noticed that at all this fall. That's cool. Very nice. You know my favorite ghost from Casper was Stinky? I don't know why. In fact, in elementary school, when people would piss me off, I would go like this. I didn't have bad breath, I don't think, but I brushed all the time. I'm actually pretty OCD with brushing. But I just thought I was Stinky from Casper. I also thought that I was a Velociraptor or a Tyrannosaurus Rex. And I also thought that I was Arnold Schwarzenegger from Terminator. And then there was the whole phase of me thinking I was Anakin Skywalker. That lasted a good 8 years, I'd say. 2012 until, well, not really. No, not 2012. What am I saying? 2002 until 2012. Yeah, something like that. Yeah. I gotta say, dude, this cold plunge has made me really. It's like up to the shit out of my homeostasis. Like I'm in shorts right now. I'm freaking myself out. But yeah, I see a lot of you guys say that the channel is very inspirational or whatever. I'm not trying to be, I'm just doing my thing, right? But if you can maybe take away, I'd say something that I think is important is to be comfortable by yourself. And I think a lot of people aren't. And I think that they feel, especially with social media, that you need to be putting on some sort of act or a front. Can't get enough of that. I love that. Or that you need to always be in the presence of others, or always be, you know, the FOMO, fear of missing out, or whatever bullshit. To that I say, you'll grow out of it, man. You either aren't into it, or if you're into it, you'll grow out of it, and you'll be like, man, fucking waste my time. You spend your time doing productive things, and it doesn't mean you have to like focus on making money. It just means do productive things for you, like for your brain, for your energy, for your ki. You know, you just draw, or go to the movies, or watch a movie, or you know, go sit in a hot tub, or go to the gym, or whatever. You know, read a book, whatever. You know, you don't always have to be out and about and doing shit. Doing shit is literally just doing shit. You're existing, man, you know? Because maybe staying at home, reading a book, something, or watching a movie, you'll come up with a great idea for business. Or you'll come up with a great idea for, I don't know, maybe an invention, or a great idea for a new path you want to take in life, or a new career, or whatever. Whatever. You know? So once you get over that, and you stop pickling your liver, you'll realize that being alone is a blessing, especially the older you get. Now for me, I'm an only child. My parents divorced when I was 3. They had a lovely relationship still. They stayed, you know, amicable, friendly for my sake, even to this day. They don't get along, right? They don't have the same views on things, but they respect each other and they still love each other for what it was, and that's it. But I have a bit of a advantage, I guess, with being alone. Because with shared custody, you know, I'd be, you know, one day with my mom, one day with my dad, and they both worked. They were both very hardworking people. And I'd be alone. I'd be fucking alone, you know? My mom managed many different women's gyms, and I'd be like in the back, you know, playing Worms Armageddon, or, you know, just doing random shit by myself, my imagination. And my dad was in real estate, and so sometimes I would just like be chilling in an open house, or I'd be chilling in his car, or I'd be chilling at home. My grandparents would be upstairs or something. But I'd say I was like, for a good amount, I was quite alone, and it really helped me probably enjoy being alone and enjoy being in solitude. But growing up, I always felt like I didn't belong. I always felt like I wanted friends and I wanted to be accepted. And this caused me to find different personalities of myself that I really didn't vibe with eventually, and then ones that I did, you know, where you try to fit in. And that's totally normal. And that's really the process of growing up in life. And you look back and you're like, that's cringe, but really that was just the path to get to where you are today. So, you know, if I can leave you with one thing, it's where you are now and your thought process now, what you like now, what you're thinking now, how you feel now, is not necessarily, it could be, is not necessarily how you're going to be or where you're going to be in a year, in 6 months, in 10 years. You know, you're always evolving, and that is kind of the rhythm of life, the poetry of life, is that everything is evolving, everything is changing. The leaves, just a month ago, or even a few weeks ago, they were green and they were stuck on the trees. The weather was warmer. Fuck, now it's not working. Bitch. There you go. You know, things are always changing, always evolving, everything in this world. It's up, it's down, next day it'll be better, next day it'll be worse, and then it'll get better again, then it'll get shitty, and you have to just navigate through this sea of uncertainty. And if you can do that, it really comes down to how great of a captain you are, you know? Savvy. Mate. That's really all it is, man. And it's okay if you don't have it all figured out. Because that's literally the point. Trial and error until you figure something out. And you might be like, oh, I really like this. And then 6 months later, you'll be like, fuck that. It's literally how it works. Literally how it works. I've done that so many times in my life, and that is great. You're not meant to just be stuck on one thing, one ideology, one wavelength. You're always supposed to be changing, adapting, evolving, and moving forwards. Think of it as a species. If we were like that, we'd be like robots, right? You just go to one thing, you stuck to one thing forever, and that's it. No, the whole point is to change and evolve and adapt and move. Because that makes the world go round, and that increases consciousness. And that's really what it's about, I think. You have all these different moving parts, and over time, things fall into place. So, I even struggle with that too. The main thing I struggle with is patience. And I think that is probably my biggest downfall, but it's also my biggest strength because I am constantly hungry for more. And it's never enough, ever, no matter what it is. And it's probably what keeps me, I'd say now at this point in my life, humble, because no matter what I achieve, no matter what I get, no matter what, it's never enough. I'm always going to expect more from myself. I'm always going to want more. I want more. And I like that. I like that part of myself. A lot of people see it as a bad thing, but you know what? I'm always striving for the next best thing. And maybe that's my curse, but it's also my blessing. And I'm fully aware of that. And it is what it is. All right. I think that's enough yapping for the day. Let me know what you thought about it. Let me know your comments. I read your comments and I enjoy them and I process them because this is a totally different channel. It's like real, you know. So, so please keep commenting. Please keep telling me how you feel, what you like about the channel, what you want me to do, what you want me to talk about, your aspirations, your goals, everything. That's really all it is. Anytime I see one of these, I remember one of my favorite scenes in one of my favorite movies, and that is The Specialist with Sylvester Stallone. It's where he's in Miami, and he's looking at the SkyTrain above, and then checks his watch and says, "Right on time." I don't know. I just love that scene so much, and the little cat following him and shit. Maybe I'll go watch that tonight. I'm feeling some Sylvester Stallone in my life, so maybe I'll go watch that, or maybe I'll go watch Rocky 4. But I still got to edit this vlog. I got to edit videos. And, dude, I saw a hilarious motivational thing that I want to incorporate into Theory Series. Let me know if I should. I'll leave you with this. So I saw this, it's like a video, some dude like in a park or some shit. And he was just like looking at the leaves or something, I don't know. And it was captioned, "A crackhead doesn't stop getting high because they're broke. He finds a way. They find a way. So you can't too. Don't be outworked by a crackhead." I want to be like, a crackhead doesn't stop getting high because they're broke. And then I want to incorporate something to do with like sabers or something like that. Like, if you can get a saber, even if you can't afford it, don't be outworked by a crackhead. TheorySabers.com. I don't know, so stupid. I have to think about it for a minute. Well, lavender. It's kind of cool. We can maybe do like, I don't know, just late night walks downtown and shit. Hopefully, don't get fucking stabbed, but I guess that would make for good content. All right.
Later. Love you. Comment below.